Love when it's all froth and you just gotta wait. Are you seeing that? That was all froth. Yeah, I'll just wait 10 minutes for that to go down.
You have my heart. Gotta love the smell of fresh Gym C shorts.
Yes, sir.
Oh, this feels so good. Hell yeah. So exciting news yesterday. Gym C shorts came, like I said in the last vid, they did the wrong color. Like, I actually didn't want to order these teals again. I wanted navy. I was really stressed about it, but it ended up being a blessing in disguise. They're still making the navy ones. And then they gave me a pretty heavy discount on this teal, which is like still, these are actually one of my favorite shorts personally. Sometimes things happen, you don't think it's the best thing in life, and then you're like, oh, this is so stressful, this is messed up. And then it ends up being a blessing in disguise. Same with the new Gym C shirts. There was a big stress about the price points on those because there was too many colors in the screen prints. Me and my man Tommy went back to the drawing board. We actually flattened out the logos a bit by taking out some colors, and they actually look cleaner than ever. So the two things that were really stressful last week were blessings in disguise, man. So I'm just pumped. 2 weeks, guys, should be doing this new drop, and the restock of the track shorts. Me and Gemma now, we're gonna go do our 4 week out posing. 4 weeks out, guys. Honestly, today, feeling pretty average. Yesterday actually felt good, but this whole week before that has been the worst week on this prep. It's been so rough.
Wow. That's amazing.
So going from the 5 week out to 4 week out mark, there hasn't been anything crazy in terms of calorie changes, anything like that. I've gone down from about 2420 calories to 2340 calories. So that's a drop of 80 calories per day. Nothing crazy, but I have really felt it this week. I've been seeing a bit of fat loss, which is obviously, it's not just coming from that 80 calorie a day drop in the calories, because that's just putting me in a bigger deficit. Even if I stayed on the same amount of calories as last week, I'm still in a deficit. Even if I stayed on the same amount as the week before, I'm still in a deficit. I'm still losing body fat. But it's just increasing that deficit to make the fat loss really start happening faster. And as someone doing a comp prep, you really just want to be balancing that out best you can in terms of keeping your fullness and your fat loss, and not just going aggressively at fat loss. See, here's the thing, you can do that for a couple of weeks and it's fine, you don't pay the penalties of it, even if you do something drastic. But anything after that kind of 2 week mark, if you've cut it down too much, you could be risking, losing fullness and all this in your physique, and it's just gonna mess you up, especially leading into a prep. You really wanna just try to get that peak timing in terms of the comp and the date of it, and just really looking the best on that day. So I haven't done anything drastic this week. 80 calories in the drop it's enough to just kind of further increase the deficit, but still have me feeling, like I can perform in the gym, and things haven't been too bad. But in terms of my mental cognitivity, see, like right then, that's an example of it. My mental cognitiveness, my mental cognitivity, whatever it is, I'm fucked, man. This week, it's really, I've just been flatlining, man, and it's just been really hard to deal with. This week I've actually dropped my fats down another 5 grams, and where I struggle with my mental sharpness is when I start dropping fats. And coming from that 5 week out to 4 week out mark, it's where we start to drop fats, and they're only going to go down from here. But on the flip ends, the physique's shaping up really well, and everything seems to be going according to plan so far. With Gemma this past week, we've pulled her down from 1,520 calories to 1,440. So again, an 80 calorie decrease for her. That is a decent amount because she's actually on less calories overall. So that 80 calories is a higher percentage in terms of the drop compared to my 80 calorie a day drop. But that's just something we need to do for her now. This isn't even her first comp, guys. This is her first proper shred. She's never actually done a shred for more than 2 weeks. So to really see her stick this one out and be taking my direction, and even for me to be working closely with her. I've never ever gotten a female ready for a competition before. It's been a really good learning experience for me. I've gotten females lean before with my coaching and everything I do, but in terms of an actual competition, you know, I'm really putting the pieces together from everything in my knowledge base and seeing how Gemma's just responding each week. And the main thing was just not to drop her calories really low, because a lot of people do that and you can just get skinny and flat looking. And it's like, for the females in this division of WBFF, you want to really have good fullness as well, and not just look like you've lost heaps of weight and be skinny on stage. You want to have that muscle as well, that strength look, that presence, but still be pretty damn diced as well. So actually this week already, on this amount of calories in terms of the drop, fat right now is just stripping off Gemma every single day, and it's so good to see. It's like, I really feel like we're just perfectly going to peak her for this competition. It's really helpful as well. Obviously, I live with her, so I get to really fine-tune her from what I see on the day-to-day. If we need to make any changes, it's just something that happens instantly, and we get that done.
Now go ahead and like go just into this pose, and that's when I'm on this side. Go.
So me and Gemma 1 day away from 4 weeks out. Today, as you can see, Jacob's painted his little mural back there. Well, he didn't paint it himself. He got someone to paint it, but that's actually the artwork for one of his albums. It's like nuts. We're talking about for a while, what did you get on that wall? And that's the best thing you possibly could have got. We're thinking like maybe a graphic picture of like a lion eating something, or like, I don't know, a samurai or something and stuff, but this is sick. I'm surprised as well, it's really made the home gym here feel complete. Even though it's such like not a gym vibe, it really kind of does something to this place, so yeah, it's sick. Me and Jim are just here now. He's just away in Europe actually on tour, so he's left a key for us, so we can come and do this.
So I'm just doing my first half hour of cardio for the day before I head into work. An hour at night after the gym session is just a bit too much, especially with abs as well, so we're trying to split it up a bit more. Should have come in a bit earlier today, but it's fine. We're just going to hit half an hour and then abs and then work and then gym and then cardio. So that's the plan today. Half an hour is way easier to finish anyway than an hour, so I'm actually kind of happy.
So guys, it's been a good day. Actually just got some sun at the beach today. It was really nice. And then now me and Gemma just trained, and we're cooking broccolini and steak for dinner. Well, it's just got like really messy.
This is why I cook the broccoli.
Actually did a lot of walking, so I feel like I've leaned out a lot, but cooking, no I'm not. Well, I am, I'm cooking, but I'm also making this other meal, which I'm late on today. This is like my one really good meal, which I just love. Peanut butter and jam on the wrap. So my peanut butter the last few weeks has gone down to now 20 grams on the wrap. So it's a noticeable difference. I think next week I'm gonna just take the peanut butter out completely and just have the jam, but then bring in like a salmon meal because I'll still get a little bit of fat from that. I'm just so excited for this right now. Just trained, and it was a really hard session. It wasn't like a big session, but it was a like hard to kind of get into session. Just did some triceps, some quad extensions, and some biceps as well. So just kind of like going for a bit of squeeze in my muscles. I was due for shoulders, but my rotator back there is just absolutely wrecked. This whole prep, I've just been overdoing it with the overhands back exercises, and also my chest and my shoulders. I've been training so much more, so I've just got so much internal rotation in my shoulders, and it's just so tight, like it's just feeling messed up. So I'm gonna go see my man Nick. He's really specialized in like, he fixed me last year for my comp, and before that, coming into the comp prep, he just like helped me a lot. So he knows what he's doing, and I know he'll be able to release this in the way it needs to be released, and that'll be good. I'll show you guys as well. This is what I'm cooking for me and Gemma. We've got some eye fillet steak here. Definitely worth checking out your local butcher and seeing if they've got any of this on a half price special, or even like a, you know, just a good deal on it. Just completely just the leanest cuts of steak you can get. We only get it because it's half price, so we've got this for $25 a kg. Our local butcher does it, which is just nuts. It's normally $50 a kg. So we're about to barbecue this up.
You want to use the same orange on these 3 designs, yeah? I reckon that's pretty spot on, that orange there for the...
Yeah, for the cougar. Is it a
Right,
cougar?
yeah. Yeah. So we're going to print the black, or are you going to...
Yeah, is it... It's 3 colours with black in the print, eh?
You did the white teeth.
Ah, okay, yeah.
So it'd be 4 colours.
But I guess we could... That's the only one with 4 colours, though, isn't it?
It looks like it, yeah.
Black. Just on black.
Just
yeah.
on black, so yeah, print the black. I think it'll look better if you print the black.
Yeah, that'll be a 4 colour though, won't it?
White, orange, black?
No, yeah, you're right, there's only 3. Okay, yeah.
White, orange, black.
See that? On white.
Black, 2 reds.
Yes, so we wouldn't
print that white.
Yeah,
It's so small, it doesn't... Just show them that 3 colours, 2...
We can actually, that can all be white, yeah.
So it would be something like... Girls.
Yeah, that looks like a good size.
4 colours, so you got 3 colours and a 4 colour, that's okay. That's like half as many screens as we're going to use. Cool Grace 9 or something. Where's the other one? The other one was...
So these, I want them to be like real fluoro.
The fluoro as we kind of go is all on one page.
Just a bit. Love when it's all froth and you just gotta wait. Have you seen? That was all froth. Yeah, I'll just wait 10 minutes for that to go down.
So just went to the local butcher and once again, half price eye fillet steak. Have you seen this?
Whoa, no sweet pea.
Want the steakies? You need the steakies. Here you go.
I do not want, I need.
Here you go.
No more, you're teasing him.
Anyway, so we got these eye fillets, 2 kgs of that. So usually $50 a kg, $25 a kg. Unbeatable. And I just got some honey soy chicken breast marinated. So with training this week, I've seen the most changes in my physique this whole prep. And I'm kind of ticking over to that point where I just feel like I'm locking in and I'm looking in the mirror and, you know, I've been losing that fat in my middle abs, which kind of pulls everything in. And it's like all the fat that I'm losing on my chest, my shoulders, and my arms. I'm seeing shape that I've never seen before in my physique. And I don't even think years ago when I did like the nationals, the men's physique, I don't think my physique's ever been as good as it is now. And if I can just nail my conditioning these last 4 weeks, I'm going to be able to look better than I've ever looked in my entire life. And that in itself is something that really excites me in terms of my overall aesthetics and shape, and to be able to present it on the stage with, you know, a pair of short shorts as well. It's like you really get a sense of a true physique, not just, you know, with men's physique and the IFBB, it's like you get your legs cut off. Well, you don't literally, but, you know, wearing those board shorts, it just, I don't know, I don't think it looks the best personally. I think it looks awesome when you can show that quad sweep. For me, that's a big advantage, and it seems to be only a bigger advantage as I'm a lot bigger and fuller this prep, and now I'm shredding up, I'm really just seeing my X frame, especially like my outer quads, and I've just pulled so much up in terms of my physique improvements this year, and not the off season, that's pretty much the on season. I was on all year last year, so, well, this year as well, so since the last comp, yeah, the improvements are just insane. So I can't wait to just dial this conditioning in, and if I can do that, man, I'm gonna look the best I've ever looked. I have no doubt about it. And, you know, I want to win this pro card. I seriously do. We're just here at HPC. This is my man Nick. You were actually one of my first clients. I think like did a diet program for me ages ago.
Yeah, 10
It's probably
years
like
ago now.
it's probably a long time ago, man. Was it when I was doing them for free, or did I charge you?
I can't actually remember.
It would have been a shit program. Anyway, we're here with Nick. He's actually been, he's helped me a lot, man. Like, dude, honestly, if it wasn't for you last year when I came to see you, when I was having the lower back issues, I probably wouldn't have been able to do my comp. I wouldn't have gone into training again. Like, I was like, fuck, man. So,
Awesome, man.
definitely recommend Nick, guys. Anyone, if you're in the Gold Coast, I'll chuck his Instagram up and all that, but he's just going to be looking at my shoulder today. Already identified a couple of things, like obviously just tight.
Yeah, there's a bit of stuff going on that's, you know, a pre-existing condition that we're trying to manage. So, you know, it's and you know, obviously getting you through a bodybuilding comp and dealing with the situation the best we can under the circumstances.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, because Nick I was working with him last year towards that comp. It was more of an issue back then because I've fixed it since coming out of that prep, but it's just kind of been creeping up these last few weeks since I've been overhanding and training a lot more chest and shoulders again. So as always, I just want to say thank you guys for all your support on this prep for both me and Gemma. It's really getting to the stage, like these last few days we've just been speaking gibberish, like we've been losing our minds almost. It's just kind of at this point now, both our bodies just aren't really getting what they need for the mental function, but they are getting what they need for the effective and efficient fat loss. So you just got to trade off a bit of sharpness up here for you know, the shreds, I guess. It's funny, it sounds so ridiculous to say, but like seriously, when you're doing a comp, that's literally what happens. After you do a comp, you can hold, you know, I held my comp leanness pretty easily after the comp last year, but it's just losing that fat where you have to make, you know, the decisions of, you know, the cuts and all this. To make a bit of a short-term sacrifice here of how you feel and, you know, how you're mentally performing or whatever. But then afterwards, once you kind of have your body at that point, you can then start, you know, really getting your body used to staying there, but still eating a bit more food, and you kind of get that mental sharpness back. So in that sense, I'm looking forward to after the comp. But honestly, I'm hanging in there now. I want to win this show. Gemma, the same thing. It's her first competition, but she wants to do some damage. She wants to be competitive. She wants to win as well. She's a really competitive person. Even for her to just get a placing in like the top 10 or something like that would be amazing. The girls are so competitive for the WBFF shows, but you know, Gem's been really putting in the work, her posing, her everything I've told her to do with her diet and exercise, up in the cardio. We've even gone now to just bringing our cardio up a bit this week. I'm going to be watching her really closely and just making sure she doesn't start getting too flat. But everyone responds differently to how much cardio you give them, so like I said before, like it's, you know, it's pretty easy because I live with her, so I really get to see the changes in her physique, you know, as we go along moving forward. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I really just want to say again, we really appreciate your support. You guys tuning in. It means the world. Seriously does. It's like when I'm so exhausted and I'm like filming myself on my phone for Instagram on the treadmill or something like that, and I get some messages like, keep killing it, bro, or whatever it is. Like, it just could be the smallest, you know, reach out from one of you guys, and it just, you know, it makes me keep going. And my clients as well, I want to give a massive shout out to my clients. It's like I picked up a lot of clients this last month, and it's just really been really helpful for me to help them, and then again for them to, it's almost like a family kind of thing, you know. So definitely just want to give a big shout out to my clients. You guys are helping me as well for this prep. It's so expensive doing this. Blue's just kind of come up here. Can you see him? What are you doing, Blue? Yeah, the financial outlay has been pretty crazy at the moment. So I just want to say thank you guys who support me financially. So yeah, my clients, I really appreciate you guys. And also the new Gymsties drop. Every sale from that is obviously going to help the cause as well. Look at this crazy boy. I'm going to end the episode here. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you thumbs up, drop a comment, all that stuff. Because of these guys that we can feed you, you see? You're just looking for a bug. Comfy boy. You're comfy.